Have you ever wondered what it's really like to live in Singapore in the year 2025? For many, this small island nation is seen as a dream destination, a place of gleaming skyscrapers, spotless streets and endless opportunities. But behind the polished image, is life in Singapore truly as perfect as it seems? Or are there hidden challenges that people only discover once they settle down here? Singapore has long carried a reputation as one of the most advanced and well-managed countries in the world. In just a few decades, it has transformed from a modest trading port into a global hub of finance, technology and culture. Millions admire its success story, and thousands relocate here every year hoping to be part of the Singaporean dream. Yet, like any other country, Singapore has two sides to its story. On one hand, it offers a level of safety, healthcare and convenience that few places can match. On the other, it also demands sacrifices, whether in terms of cost, work pressure, or lifestyle adjustments. In this video, we're going to dive deep into the pros and cons of living in Singapore in 2025. We'll explore the advantages that make life here appealing and the challenges that can make it tough, especially for foreigners. Whether you're considering moving to Singapore, are just curious about life in Asia's most modern city, or want to understand how people actually live here, this breakdown will give you the full picture. So let's begin with the first big advantage that keeps Singapore at the top of global rankings, the world-class safety and security that makes it stand out as one of the safest countries to call home. Number 1 Pro. World-class safety and security. Singapore, in 2025, remains one of the safest countries in the world. Crime rates are extremely low compared to global standards. Walking alone at night is something residents do without fear, something that people in many other nations can only dream of. The strict laws and effective enforcement mean that violent crime, theft and public disturbances are rare. But safety in Singapore goes beyond just crime prevention. The government has invested heavily in surveillance systems, emergency response and disaster preparedness. Even during times of uncertainty, such as global conflicts or pandemics, Singapore has shown resilience in keeping its people protected. Surveys indicate that more than 80% of residents report feeling safe wherever they go, whether it's in busy urban areas or quiet residential neighborhoods. For families, this safety factor is priceless. Parents can let their children commute to school on public transport with minimal worry, something that would be considered risky in many other cities around the globe. Expats also highlight safety as one of the top reasons they choose Singapore over other destinations in Asia. In short, Singapore's commitment to law, order and security makes it one of the best places to live if peace of mind is a priority. Number 2. Pro. Exceptional healthcare system. One of the strongest advantages of living in Singapore is access to world-class healthcare. In 2025, Singapore's hospitals, clinics and medical facilities continue to rank among the best globally. With cutting-edge technology, highly trained doctors, and efficient systems, residents benefit from both preventive and emergency care that is fast and reliable. The country operates on a hybrid healthcare model, combining government subsidies with private healthcare options. This ensures that citizens can access affordable treatments, while expats and foreigners have the option of premium healthcare services. Health insurance is widely used, and Singapore's emphasis on digital health innovation means many medical services are now available through online consultations and AI-driven diagnostics. Life expectancy in Singapore is among the highest in the world, averaging over 80 years. Chronic diseases are managed well, vaccination programs are effective, and the country responded quickly and efficiently to previous global health threats, building long-term trust in its system. For anyone considering relocating, knowing that healthcare is top-notch provides immense reassurance. Whether it's for young families, working professionals, or retirees, Singapore's healthcare system is undeniably one of its greatest strengths. Number 1. Con. Extremely high cost of living. Now let's move to the other side of the story. One of the biggest downsides of living in Singapore is the cost of living, which in 2025 remains among the highest in the world. From housing to groceries, dining out, and education, almost everything comes with a premium price tag. Accommodation is the biggest expense, While public housing through the Housing Development Board is more affordable for citizens, foreigners and expats face steep rents in private apartments and condominiums. A modest apartment in the central areas can cost more than in many major European or American cities. Food is another factor. While hawker centers offer delicious and affordable meals, eating at restaurants or buying imported groceries can quickly drain a monthly budget. Education costs, especially for international schools, are also sky-high, making it challenging for families relocating with children. Reports suggest that about 70% of expats feel the pinch of Singapore's high living costs, even though salaries are generally higher to balance the expenses. Still, it is not uncommon to see individuals working long hours just to maintain a comfortable lifestyle. Simply put, living in Singapore provides luxury and quality, but it comes with one of the world's most expensive price tags. Number 2. Con: intense work culture and stress. Another major drawback of living in Singapore is the intense work culture. While the country is known for efficiency and productivity, this often translates into long working hours, high expectations, and significant stress. In 2025, the competitive job market means that employees often feel pressure to constantly upskill and prove their worth. Work-life balance can be difficult to achieve, as many professionals put in extended hours to keep up with demands. The culture of excellence, while beneficial for the economy, can take a toll on mental health and personal well-being. Surveys indicate that nearly 60% of employees in Singapore report feeling stressed on a regular basis, citing workload and performance pressure as the main causes. This environment can be especially tough for expatriates who move to Singapore expecting a slower pace of life, only to realize the fast-paced nature of its workforce. The government has taken steps to promote mental health awareness and encourage companies to adopt more flexible practices. However, the reality remains: if you want to thrive in Singapore's economy, you must be prepared for long hours and high expectations. So, after exploring both sides of the story, what does living in Singapore in 2025 really mean? The answer depends on what you value most in life. If your top priorities are safety, stability, and access to world-class facilities, then Singapore is almost unbeatable. It provides peace of mind, unmatched healthcare, and an environment where everything seems to function smoothly. For many, that's worth every challenge, but we also cannot ignore the reality. Life in Singapore comes with some heavy trade-offs. The high cost of living can stretch your budget thin, and the fast-paced work culture can wear you down. Space is limited, competition is fierce, and the balance between work and personal life is not always easy to maintain. For families, professionals, or retirees, Singapore will always be a place of opportunity, but it requires preparation, resilience, and a willingness to adapt. Some will thrive here and call it the best decision of their lives. Others may find the pressure too overwhelming and move on to other destinations where life feels more relaxed and affordable. At the end of the day, Singapore is not perfect, but it remains extraordinary. Few countries can match its mix of modernity, order, and progress. Whether you see the pros as outweighing the cons, or the cons as outweighing the pros, one thing is clear: Singapore will continue to inspire, challenge, and attract people from around the globe. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more deep dives into life around the world, and share this with anyone curious about moving abroad. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and remember, the world is full of places waiting to be discovered.